Already explain life to you. Let me explain, I always try to.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at a narrative that's really intense. It's about using emotional trauma almost like building blocks for a fortress around the self.
Yeah, a kind of radical self-protection. Our goal is to really unpack that architecture, see how this total withdrawal becomes, well, an active defense.
And it starts immediately, doesn't it, with this language of just absolute cutoff.
Absolutely. It's not just a bad mood. It's presented as a permanent state, a real shutdown. You get lines like, love from my heart is gone and it's never coming back.
Wow. Straight out of gate.
Exactly. And followed by caring for others is a trait that I just lack. It feels like a very conscious decision, rooted in feeling completely used up.
What really jumps out at me is how the reaction isn't just internal, it's physical too. A flight response.
Definitely.
They talk about moving somewhere like Hidden Valley No Ranch. It signals this deep need for obscurity, for secrecy, wanting to be a wall away because I'm very hurt, and not just hiding feelings, but literally wanting to bury my feelings, cover it with some dirt.
That phrase, bury my feelings, is so important, isn't it? It's not just sadness or grief.
Yo.
It's active. It's avoidance. Like the hurt is so bad, the only way to cope is to make those feelings totally inaccessible, like burying a body almost.
So what caused this level of pain? The source material points directly at a betrayal, right?
A really profound one. It wasn't just being let down. They felt their emotions were actually snapped, like a branch. That's quite violent imagery.
It is, and gets even more extreme. There's that line comparing the betrayal to choosing a gun over a stab in the back.
Exactly. That's the source translating this invisible internal wound into something that feels like mortal danger.
So the betrayal didn't just sting, it felt life-threatening.
That seems to be the message. And that perceived severity is what justifies, in the narrative's logic, putting up these massive walls immediately.
Okay, but there was a moment before the walls went up completely, wasn't there?
Yeah.
A flicker of trying.
Yeah, a brief one. The speaker admits, tried to win her heart, pray, feelings still exist. So there was some hope, some effort.
But it faded fast.
Very fast. It dissolves into this grim realization that love is just something they will always miss. And that loneliness really bites hard.
Yeah, that line. Solo 'cause ain't nobody real like a mannequin. That's chilling. Everyone feels fake.
And see how quickly that loneliness curdles into cynicism. It becomes generalized. It's not just one person. Suddenly everyone is suspect.
Right, dismissing people as fake like Mark Twain. Equating people with fiction.
Precisely. And once you see everyone as either a threat or an illusion, well, isolation makes perfect sense. The communication lines get cut.
Deliberately. Us talking, yeah, that day will never come. Full stop.
Because if you genuinely believe no one cares, why would you talk? You just look for the exit, wouldn't you?
Okay, so here's where it gets kind of paradoxical, I think. The narrative twists. The pain isn't just pain anymore.
It becomes something else. Agency, almost.
Yeah, exactly. The speaker claims the trauma actually made strong. It led to always thinking outside the box.
Right. Reframing the wound as a source of, well, unexpected insight or power.
Which brings us to that strange contradiction about laughing.
Yes. If pain isn't a joke, why I'm always laughing, it's a direct question they pose.
It's like this outward performance. A mask.
Completely. A mask of resilience, maybe even amusement. But it's hiding the truth, which is stated very clearly. Feeling nothing, the only thing I am is stressed out.
That contrast is key for you, the listener, to grasp. The internal reality versus the external show.
The smile is just for show. It explicitly says the happiness inside you will never see it.
Think about the energy that takes. Maintaining that defense constantly leads to this underlying stress and emptiness.
So we see the full journey, from hoping for even a little bit of love to this final hardened state of total emotional unavailability. And that final line summing it up is brutal.
Which one?
Compassion for me, like a virgin you ain't getting none. All softness just gone, replaced by this impenetrable rigidity.
Okay, so that brings us to our final thought for you to mull over. The entire narrative ends with this assertion of absolute truth-telling.
Not lying, only truth whenever I spit, while everyone else has their words twisted like they was dyslexic.
So here's the question. After experiencing such a deep betrayal, How does clinging to your own version of the painful truth, claiming absolute veracity for yourself, become the ultimate shield, the final unbreakable defense against being hurt or perhaps misunderstood ever again?
Something to think about. Does that absolute claim on truth become the last wall of the fortress?
Ready to explain life to you. Me explain, I always try to.